All right, peace. You tuned into another episode of the Black Ball Sports Podcast. Got my co-host Sam Man and Symone with the sports in the building. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Doing
Doing
well.
amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you for
Definitely.
having us. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Indeed.
All right. So yeah, I've been I wanted to bring you on. I reached out a long time ago. I've been watching a lot of your content. Some of your news reporting. I see you do the reporting. I see you do a show with my guy LB, Lord Brunson. Um, to me, it's one of the best sports podcasts out there. So I want to give you your props on that.
I
Again, I
appreciate
follow all your social medias, and we all Eagles fans, as you see. So I thought it'd be a good,
Not all of us.
opportunity.
it.
But we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
nevertheless,
Yeah.
it's an honor. It's an honor to have you on. I know you're very busy, so we definitely don't take the time for granted. But how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Yeah, all right. We feeling good. The Eagles got the W
Right.
yesterday, so
Yeah.
that's all that matter at the end of the day.
A win is a win.
Right,
Indeed.
right.
Go ahead, cuz.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
All right, so real quick, before we get into the games and start talking a little smack, I don't think it's much smack for me to talk, so I'm gonna kind
Right.
of really be quiet at this point. But I seen that you're a freelance sports reporter. So what got you into loving sports? What got you into wanting to do sports reporting? Did you go to school for it? Was it something that you just had a passion for and decided to want to pick it up? Like, how did you get into sports reporting and a freelance sports reporting?
So I've always been into sports. Like my family is like all diehard sports fans. So like it was just something that I was always interested in. So I went to NC State in Raleigh, North Carolina for school. So when I was going to school, I knew I wanted to work in sports in some capacity, but I didn't know like what, discipline. So I did sports management at school. So basically, in the sports management program, you got like exposed to all different, career paths in sports. So I was basically just getting like different experiences in different realms. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot of like internships while I was in school, none in broadcasting because at that point I was just kind of like, experiencing all different kinds of things.
Yeah.
Um, then around my senior years when I started getting interested in sports broadcasting, but I didn't know if I wanted to take it seriously. Just because, it's a very like difficult track. So basically I was like, I could make money easily in these other disciplines. Specifically like sports finance, because I got a lot of like internships in finance. So I was like, I don't know. But it was a lot of people like, oh, you love talking about sports, you should be doing sports. I also had a big interest in writing, which is kind of random, but like my mom, she does a lot of writing. So writing was like a big hobby of mine when I was growing up. So then I realized that writing was a big part of being a sports journalist and a sports reporter. So I was like, it's kind of like blending everything together. So basically, when I was graduating college, NC State is in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's not really a lot going on out there. So I was like, I need to move cities. For me, it was either Atlanta or DC. Most of all my family is from DC. So I was like, nah. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta because it's just a lot going on. It's a lot of activity in Atlanta. So I'm like, that's a good place for me to be. So basically moved to Atlanta, got exposed to a lot of things, specifically in sports media, because it's a lot of sports media professionals that live in Atlanta. So when I originally came down here, I was interning with the WNBA team, the Atlanta Dream, in like a business role. And then I also was working at Georgia State University in like a business role. But through the Atlanta Dream, I was getting exposed to like all different, media professionals and really learning about the media side of sports. And then especially being in Atlanta, it's a lot of studios out here. It's a lot of broadcast professionals that live in Atlanta or coming through Atlanta for whatever reason. So it was great networking. So basically, I started writing for the newspaper here. So when I was writing for the newspaper, I was covering the Atlanta Hawks, Georgia Tech, college football for the newspaper. And then I actually started writing for some other like online websites, online blogs. So for me, it started really writing, and then I started getting on camera opportunities.
Dope.
Awesome. I seen you even did a couple like coverage of a few games too as well, right? Football
Mhm.
games,
Yeah.
commentating. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I want to get to it though. Like, you grew up in the DMV area, right? How in the hell you become an Eagles fan out there? Because
So,
we all know. Go ahead. Yeah.
well, I didn't grow up in the DMV. So both my parents'
Okay.
families are from the DMV. Like my parents, they went to Largo High
Okay.
School. They actually met in high school. Like all my family
Oh,
stemmed from PG County. So
yeah.
basically, when I was growing up, my parents ended up moving to North Carolina. So I pretty
Oh,
much grew up in North Carolina, which is why I
okay.
went to NC State.
Gotcha.
But basically, like as you can imagine, the majority of my family are Commanders fans, but we have a lot of Eagles fans in my family. Some of my uncles, my granddad specifically, was an Eagles fan. Basically, what they told me was during their generation, only thing that came on TV was the local programming, and it was NFC East games. So everybody is Washington, Dallas, Eagles, pretty much. There's no Giants fans in my family.
Now I don't know how old you are, and I'm not going to be disrespectful and ask a lady their age at the same. But I know that there was a time where I know some of the casual Eagles fans will know nothing but winning, but to people
Yeah,
that are 35, 34, and plus, they know that the Eagles went through a lot of hard times throughout the years in the 80s and the 90s and probably the 90s. Right around 2000, y'all started getting y'all shit together. But talk about that. Was it hard growing up an Eagles fan, knowing that y'all weren't that good? Like, how was it then? And then how was it when you transitioned more into later on, like into your adult age, that it was like, damn, like now we winning, we doing our thing. Like, how was that growing up?
so for me, I'm 28.
Okay.
So the Eagles pretty much been
Yeah,
competitive
you spoiled.
as long as I can remember. So it's been pretty smooth for me. Like I've lived in a great lifetime of the NFC East. Like I said, we have a lot of Dallas fans in my family. So like they can never say nothing to me. And the Commanders fans, they can never say nothing to me either. So obviously I have a lot of Commanders fans in my family. They've been serious Commanders fans. I'll give them that. They've been loyal, but they was never beating their chest until Jaden Daniels. So I don't like that
Talk about it.
because
Talk.
all of a sudden last year I'm getting texts from cousins who I only hear from on Christmas or Thanksgiving. And now they texted me about the Commanders. And I don't like that because it's like I'm always gonna talk as an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you just now talking? Well, I know why, but it's like, don't come talking to me now. You know what I mean? I leave them alone. I was never trolling them. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas fans, yes, but like the Commanders fans, no. But I'm like, why are y'all talking to me now? Like, y'all had my number how long? So yeah, they've gotten annoying last year, but they got humbled again this year, obviously. But no, it's been cool. I was like getting nervous a little bit before we won that Super Bowl in 2017 because I'm like, winning a Super Bowl is hard. So I was getting kind of scared. I'm like, are we gonna win one in my lifetime? Because I know plenty of people that never saw a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I was getting a little scared, but I'm blessed now to Super Bowl. So
Right. Right. So let's go back to last year because I heard a lot of that talking too from a lot of people. Even earlier this year, a lot of because my family's in the DMV too, and they a Commanders fan. So a couple of them will hit me up, texting some bullshit, but they've been quiet lately. Let's go
right.
back to the NFC Championship game last year. How did that feel? Because that's my cousin. I tell him that one felt better than the Chiefs win because of
Yeah.
all the shit the Commanders was talking last year. Go back to that. Is it the same experience for you?
Yeah. So what I did was I knew the Commanders was a false prophet. So like I knew their time was coming last year. So I just waited and waited. You know what I mean? I let them accumulate their little texts. I wasn't barking at them because I knew my time would come. And it did in the NFC Championship game. So I pretty much just laid in the cut, sent them some laughing emojis. Because again, these are like my great aunts. These are like 65-year-olds. So like I'm having to be, I can't like unload the clip on them. You know what I'm saying? It's my great cousin. It's my great aunt. You know what I mean? Like I still got to be nice to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can't really talk. Like my younger cousins around my age, a lot of them are like Eagles fans or they don't even watch football at all. So like I still got to be gentle with them. So I just waited. And then NFC Championship game, because I was at the NFC Championship game, I just dropped that pick in the group chat. I put them all in the group chat. Everyone that was talking, I put all their numbers in the group chat and just sent them a pic of me at the game. And then it was all sweet stuff. Oh, hope you have fun. Hope you have fun. Oh. Ain't no oh.
So what were you as an Eagles fan, right? Somebody, obviously you guys have been at the top of the NFC for a long time. Last year you had one of the best teams that we've seen in a very long time, especially on defense, right? What irritated you the most about what they were saying? What got under your skin the most? Because I could speak for them when I say, yeah, we started talking after Jaden Daniels, because prior to him, the last 30 years has been an absolute advent disaster. And y'all know it. Y'all have been the butt of our jokes and kicked us while we were down and everything like that. And deservingly so. Like, there was not much to talk about. And I know for me personally, I've never been too much of a trash talker because I can give it, but I can't take it. And then I take it somewhere different, and then I'm acting too childish and shit. So I'm going to shut up and just take my lumps and be quiet, right? But when was it for you where, like, them, all right, y'all talking way too much now. Y'all getting on my damn nerves. Like, what did you hear that was annoying you the most? Being that you guys were sitting at the top, and like you said, we were never really a threat to you during your lifetime. So when did it really start getting annoying for you?
You talking about just general fans or like my family?
Both. Give me both.
Well, first of all, I didn't understand why y'all was like so geeked up like for beating us last season, because even when y'all was dusty, which y'all are again, y'all was always competitive against us. So it's like, it's not like the Giants that just be getting beat up, beat down on. Like y'all, even though in the grand scheme of things, y'all was trash, y'all always was competitive with us. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all always played us hard. So I didn't get why it was like y'all beating y'all chest because y'all, got a Hail Mary or whatever, last second little Jaden Daniels.
We were winning that game the whole. We trailed in that game for 59 seconds, but that was last year. We asked now. So go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's like y'all always play us hard. So like, why was that y'all Super Bowl? I didn't understand that. You know what I mean? I could expect that from Giants who are just used to getting beat up on. Y'all always played the NFC East tough. So I really didn't understand why y'all was so geeked up off that. But like I said, my family, they are not good trash talkers. The ones that was talking trash, okay? Again, these are 65-year-olds. These are 70-year-olds I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They just tapped in, found out that morning that their team was good. And in week 15, you know what I mean? So, like, they was light work for me. I really was. Like I said, I was laying low. I was like, okay, their time will come. So I just played along with them. You know what I mean? But I didn't know why y'all was so geeked up off beating us last season. Like, that's the one thing about Eagles fans. We don't have regular season Super Bowls. Like, every team is just a team to us. We don't beat our chest for a whole week for beating somebody. Like, of course, you celebrate winning that week, but it's like some other teams, like, they just hold on to beating the Eagles for the whole entire season. I don't get it. Well, I do get it.
I can't really say it was a Super Bowl because I don't personally look at it like that. But I understand if you go on Twitter, you go on X, that you can get a piece of the fan base that could be a little bit annoying. I never looked at any regular season game as a Super Bowl because I want a Super Bowl. I'm a grown ass man. I don't think of no regular season game as no win. But I can understand where you get that from. I feel you.
Yeah, I think it's more so the fans and even the players. The way y'all celebrating, dancing when they won, and that's something that stuck in the Eagles' head. They were like, "All right, we're gonna see y'all later." And then y'all thought y'all was really coming to Philly and winning last year.
That's the thing that killed
y'all
me.
Thought y'all
right. What were we supposed to think? What were we supposed to think? We supposed to just lay down because you the Eagles? We can't do that. We gotta go out there and win the game.
No, but have some respect for your opponent.
True that.
Y'all been at
Joe
NFC
Witt Jr.
for the last 10, 12 years.
It's called stay humble. It's called staying humble.
Okay, with all due respect, though, how can we stay humble on one end, but at the same time, y'all said it was our Super Bowl that we won the game, the second game of the 24 season. How was that our Super Bowl, but we were going to remain humble in the NFC Championship?
That's what we were saying. If you stay humble through it out, even in that win when Jalen Hurts was yanked out the game, why would that be a Super Bowl? It's called stay humble because you know you might see this team again, which y'all did, which is why you stay humble. You get what I'm saying?
No, but I feel you.
Joe Witt Jr. Remember Joe Witt Jr.? Your defensive coordinator started talking trash.
But bro, he said the same thing.
I forgot about that. I forgot
But he
about
said,
that.
Oh, what, nigga? Like, what?
This is where Eagles fans start thinking that they guys get the ball because we said the same thing about Jackson Dart, and it was on the NFC. What's that shit called on HBO? The Hard Knocks. He said the same thing about Jackson Dart. If he runs like a running back, we're gonna hit him like a running back. But nobody got bent out of shape about that because it was Jalen Hurts.
Because that ain't Jackson Dart, though. Jalen ain't Jackson Dart. It's the Eagles.
For y'all people. I give it to you. Y'all don't play about y'all players. Y'all don't. And I give y'all respect on that. But it is no different. Y'all took that shit so personal. If he runs, we're going to hit him like a running back. Clearly, it didn't work. But I don't know. Y'all just took that so crazy.
You don't give bulletin board material, especially to a team like us. That's what he did. But, I mean, past that, it is what it is. It was fun.
Past that. Damn, I wish we was back there. I wish we was back there.
Yeah, but, beating the Chiefs, that felt good. Me watching that game, it was like, I knew it was over. The Kansas going to the Super Bowl, I was like, it's over with. You know what I mean? I never really got to really enjoy it like I really thought I was, I guess. It didn't feel like the first Super Bowl for me personally. Right?
It felt a little, I feel like it felt different than the first. It was different. For me, it was like Jalen Hurts getting that hit different than the first Super Bowl. Like the first Super Bowl was like the first. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I ain't gonna die without seeing the Super Bowl type. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really did it. You know what I'm saying? But last year felt so much better because it was like, once we lost the Super Bowl, you don't always get your lick back. Like, not even just to make it back to the Super Bowl, but playing the same team again, especially after the downfall year. And then to come back after that downfall year, get our lick back. Like, last year felt just different than the 2017 year. Like, and then especially Jalen Hurts getting his things. Like, bro, like, last year was a little bit better to me than 2017. Just because of it was like the 3-year package of it. It wasn't like 2017 was just kind of like that 1 year, but it was like the storyline of going to the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts balling out, us losing coordinators, the downfall year, and then to get back, like it was like a trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yep, you good, cuz I got you.
Okay, so that's another thing about the Super Bowl as we move on though, was that Jalen Hurts had got so much hate and still is getting a lot of hate. It felt good. It was like we was vindicated.
Right.
Because they always said, oh, a running quarterback never gonna win. He got a noodle arm. He can't make Jalen Hurts beat you. And that's what he did. He beat him. He outplayed the best quarterback in football. So talk about it if you can, and we'll move up to this Buffalo game yesterday, and we'll be going to the playoffs. Talk about the hate, some of the unjust hate that Jalen Hurts gets.
It really made no sense to me because it be feeling like Jalen Hurts got a target on his back. Because Jalen Hurts has proved time and time again his style of football wins games. Not just games, Super Bowls. Like, what more does Jalen Hurts have to prove? With different rosters, with different combinations of coordinators, coaches, Jalen Hurts has not missed the playoffs as a full-time starter for the Eagles. Like, so many different roster combinations, so many different wide receiver combinations that has gotten to this point. Like, they forget about Devontae and Jalen Reagor, who not even in the league no more, and Miles Sanders, who not even in the league no more, barely in the league. Oh shoot, Miles is still here. Like, that's what I was saying when I saw him on the Panthers game. Like, Jalen took that team to the playoffs. So many different coordinators to the playoffs. Jalen Hurts is the freaking system, bro. Like, So many people has had their best numbers playing with Jalen Hurts, including Saquon Barkley, including Miles Sanders, who playing with Jalen Hurts, we in the freaking Super Bowl. We in the playoffs every year. Now Miles can't even get on the field. DeAndre Swift, best numbers, got paid playing with Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley, best numbers, got paid playing with Jalen Hurts. I don't get it. And even if you somebody who's like, your position is Jalen Hurts is mid, right? Okay. There's a billion mid quarterbacks. A billion mid. 90% of the starting quarterbacks are mid. So even if you're somebody who's like, I think Jalen Hurts is mid, why attack him constantly though? Why is Jalen Hurts the only one that they constantly attack? It's something else to it. I'm trying to tell you, it's something else to it. Like,
I'm not going to take anything away from Jalen Hurts right now. And
but
no. And it's not a but. And I've always liked Jalen Hurts. I liked him in Alabama. I liked him in Oklahoma. I've dated back years ago saying I wanted Jalen Hurts for my team before he went to Philly, and then I was kind of forced to hate him because of the team he went on. I got respect for the dude. But are we going? And there's a but that you just said. But
exactly.
Offensive line though, does that get no credit? And I know you want to give him credit. I know you're trying to just a different conversation because we're talking about the disrespect that Jalen gets. But does the offensive line not help at all? With Saquon and all that other people?
Yes, the offensive line does play a part, which is why I say, okay, if you want to say Jalen Hurts is just a game manager, right? There's 90% of these quarterbacks are game managers. Why do they talk about Jalen Hurts nonstop? Why is all the butt of jokes Jalen Hurts? Why is every little skit Jalen Hurts be like, Jalen Hurts without this, that, and the third? 90% of these dudes is what they try to diminish Jalen to, but they don't have a target on their back. If he's so mid, why is he the topic of conversation constantly?
Let me ask you this. Is the target being placed on his back by other fan bases, or do you think that your media, and I'm talking about the mainstream media in Philadelphia, the beat writers,
everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. The social media comedians who don't even cover sports. But when they do talk about sports, it's some Jalen Hurts joke. The national media, other fans, I don't even care about other fans because fans, what we do is talk we talk trash, right?
Yeah.
The national media. Not even just our media, the national media, and then just general people consuming sports. I'm going to tell you why. And people don't like this answer. People don't like this answer. They are threatened by Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts garners attention without even wanting attention. When you somebody who get attention and you're not even seeking it and you don't even want it, that threatens other people. Jalen Hurts is not doing a single thing to get attention off the field, but he gets it. He just a magnet. He got an aura that other people don't have. And I'm going to say this as my one example because I'll be analyzing stuff a lot. I'll be peeping and I'll be seeing stuff. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I keep a lot of stuff to myself until I get a cold, hard piece of evidence. Okay. Dominique Foxworth on a national platform, ESPN, sat up there and said, Jalen Hurts has pretty privilege. Have you ever heard a quarterback, any athlete's looks come into play when somebody's analyzing their game?
I never heard a grown man analyze a man's looks on ESPN, so that was a little funny to begin with.
Then, an old video surfaced, but not even old, like within a year of him talking about pretty privilege, of Dominique and his wife on a podcast. Okay? It's him and his wife on a podcast. The topic of Jalen Hurts comes up. His wife is basically saying like, oh, I want to get in on the tush push. Basically, like she looking at Jalen Hurts. Then you want to come up months later and say Jalen Hurts has pretty privilege. So you expect me to believe the media is unbiased talking about Jalen Hurts. You expect me to believe you're unbiased when your wife was just on a podcast with you months prior talking about Jalen Hurts in a way that nobody want their wife talking about another man. And then we expect you to come up here and be unbiased. I'm telling you, it's something different with the way they be covering Jalen.
Right. Yeah.
And even look yesterday, Josh Allen. He lost in the game yesterday. You hear nothing. He takes an egregious sack. He fumbles the ball trying to do too much, and then he misses a man wide open in the end zone.
Wide open, bro.
Wide open. Like there's no criticism. Oh,
But
he makes that
but
play
the
1,000
conversation is
times.
about how Jalen Hurts played
Right.
in a win.
Right. And win.
When dudes was wearing them plastic gloves, Tom telling y'all the whole game, go change your gloves, bro. And they come out there in the plastic gloves dropping stuff. Now, again, my only thing is this, like, I've been watching and consuming sports content for a long time. My problem is not if somebody thinks Jalen Hurts is a game manager or whatever you want to call it, right? My problem is, why are y'all hyper focused on Jalen when there is a million game managers across this league? Why is Jalen the only one y'all ever tried to tear down?
Who's you? I mean, are you asking me?
No.
Rhetorically.
That's why I feel like Jalen Hurts just gets unnecessary hate. It's because, like, if he's so mid and just a game manager, why is he the top of conversation every day? Nobody is talking about these other mid game managers every gosh darn day.
They don't have Saquon Barkley and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and an offensive line,
and he won with all that.
No, and no disrespect. No disrespect. I'm not going. I hate the team, but no disrespect to him.
But what I'm saying is, there's been other guys who are game managers that never won. So he did what a game manager is supposed to do: win with talent. So he did his job. When these other bums can't do the same thing.
Fair enough.
So now, if he never won with all that talent, then I could see someone saying, how could he not win with all that talent? But he won.
Yeah. So going into the playoffs, right? Y'all got one more game against us, and I think we can all agree that game is meaningless. I don't know what we're putting on the field, as far as even health-wise, and you probably are resting your starters. So besides that game, you guys are heading to the playoffs. This year has been kind of weird all around with injuries and who you thought would be good and who you thought would be bad. It's completely opposite. One thing to stay consistent is you guys. So how do you feel? Me and my cousin have this discussion quite often on the platform, but how do you feel going into the playoffs? Do you think you guys have a good chance to repeat? Are you a little more hesitant than you were last year? Like, how are you feeling going into the playoffs, and who do you think your biggest competition is heading into it?
So I'm definitely, like, last year I knew, like, once we beat the Ravens, once Coop had that hit on Derrick Henry, I knew it was a wrap.
Yeah.
At that point, it was a wrap. Like, at that point, it was ours. Like, there was no, like, I had not a single doubt ever crossed my mind after that point. Like, this year, it's not the same. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, like, it's gonna sound like cheap, but it's all up to us what we do. Like, honestly, our biggest competition is ourselves. Like, we know what the defense is gonna do. Defense gonna show up. Defense gonna keep us in any game against any opponent, right? Offense got to be poised. We got to win a turnover battle. Like, when we win a turnover battle, our record is crazy. You see in the game yesterday, 1 turnover in the game. Game came down to 1 point. Like, when we win the turnover battle, it's pretty much a wrap for us, because, again, we got a quarterback that is not going to make those mistakes in those big moments and is going to take care of the ball. You know what I mean? We could, at our best, we could beat any of these teams. Like, at our best, it's light work, bro. It's just what is going to show up. You just don't know what offense is going to try out on that field, bro. Like, from the offensive line on to the left, to the right, on back. You don't know what you're going to get. So I literally have no idea what to expect from the Eagles in the playoffs. I have no clue.
Well, I don't think the game's gonna be meaningless now because the Bears did lose last night. So if they lose and we win, we get the number 2 seed, which I think is what we want to do. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the starters. But going back to the game, do you feel like the referees yesterday, they did a horrible job? I think.
Yeah, they did.
Horrible, to the point where I started to think, yo, something's going on.
Yeah,
They missed a lot of calls, man.
yeah,
They really did. Like, and you got all these cameras everywhere. Use them.
right. And
So,
then they were
so
saying,
yeah, go ahead. Mhm.
especially when they saying in the booth, man, I don't know. That was, like that one holding call. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if they saying that multiple times a game, then you already know. Like it's not us being biased. Like they
Right.
try their best to keep them in that game, bro.
Try their best.
Now again,
Like it's hard for people to see it. I'm like, damn. Like, hold on. But go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
But I mean, of course, obviously, we shouldn't have let it get that close. But yeah, they was trying hard. That 2-point
Right.
conversion.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because like for me, it felt like they started getting a little momentum offensively. Maybe the defense started getting a little tired. They were
Yeah,
balling
the
all
defense
game.
definitely got
They
tired.
started getting tired. Like if they would have tied that up, it seemed like the momentum was on their side. I was a little surprised. And for some reason, when they scored that touchdown, I don't know why I missed it. They missed that extra point. So obviously that played a part in it. But I'm like, yo, you tripping in a game like this where you need it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, sometimes you got to throw that analytics shit out the window. Just kick the field goal, tie it up, and ride with momentum. So I was a little, were your guys surprised that they went for 2, or did y'all expect that?
I was surprised because, like you said, our defense was wearing down and our offense couldn't do nothing. So it was like, yeah, I would have just took that to overtime. Like I was surprised they went for 2 for real. But I mean, shoot, they had a man open.
But see, there's something y'all got some kind of magic dust on y'all on top of being good. Because see, as soon as they went for 2, I'm like, they ain't getting this shit. I don't know what's about to happen, but they ain't gonna get this shit.
We ain't got no magic dust, bro.
Y'all
We
got some magic dust, bro.
games. There ain't no magic dust.
Jalen Carter getting in and blocking fucking field goals and punching shit. Like, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, and that pressure was all of
pressure.
5 sacks on the man, and you got somebody boom, 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 Barrett. No, that was in his head. That was that pressure. That wasn't no magic dust. Now, this season, we ain't got no magic dust, bro. I wish we had some gosh darn magic dust. That's why I was so scared on that 2-point conversion. But no, it was, they had a man open. So, I mean, the play call worked. But Josh, that pressure.
That's
why I'm like, this defense, that's why I'm so sick, because it's like, I know this defense could put us in a position to win any game. But what is them 11 on offense going to do? And that's every single 11. Everybody. Yeah. Every single one of y'all. Because the offensive line be messing up. Don't get me started.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you too. I think it was more them being conservative. Because even going down at the end of the half, we should have scored 17. They took their foot off the gas and they got conservative.
Now
I think it was the play calling.
I do think it was a mix of a lot of things. One, there was some drops. Like we cannot discount them drops, bro. Like we can't discount them drops. I feel like it was like 3 drops. If now the Devontae Smith one was hard, like that was tough. That was tough. But technically that's a drop, right?
Yeah.
We can't discount the drops. 2, I mean the conditions were the conditions. Like when you playing in a downpour, like one of the main things is just taking care of the football. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was slippery out there. So like I get them being conservative given the conditions, right? Given the drops, them drops can turn into tips. Like I get it, but it's just the fact that this has been the story of the whole season. So it's like, okay, that applied in this game, but it's still like y'all ain't give us no reinsurance type. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because what was the other
couple more for you
game where they was like, oh, we was being conservative. I can't remember what game it was, but it made no sense.
A lot of them.
The Packers game?
The Packers?
Bro, the way they just be taking their foot off the gas, I want to say it was the Packers game, the Bucks game, we went cold in the second half or whatever, the third quarter. Because it looked like the offense was like smoothing and grooving. It don't make no sense why you want to put up more points. Take more time off the clock. We was having 5-second drives, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's one thing of being conservative, but you still got to pick up some first downs.
I was so confident that first half. I was like, this shit is over with. I was like, one more touchdown, it's over with. We never got that touchdown.
And we never got it.
I said, you gonna let him hang around. Let him hang around.
Not even field goal.
Oh man. But
Not
hey, you
even
got the
a
W.
first
So
down.
that's
Shoot, not even a touchdown. Not even a
nothing.
first down.
Nothing. And I guarantee you that's not gonna work in the playoffs. You in the playoffs, you gotta go for the juggler. Gotta go for the
Right.
juggler. So if you had the choice, and we got a couple more questions, we got like a few more minutes. Who would you want in the first round? Right now it's the Rams, but I don't think it's gonna stay that way. I want the Packers the first round, but who would you want the first round?
Definitely the Packers, but the only way we're gonna get the Packers is if we get the 2 seed. Because the Packers are locked in the 7.
Who does Chicago got
Uh,
this week or next
The
week? Anybody
Lions.
know?
Detroit.
Oh, okay.
They could lose
Now,
that game.
It's gonna be a good one.
Detroit, I need them to muster up all their hate for Ben Johnson and let it out. But Detroit got so much drama. David Montgomery mad. Now Amon-Ra St. Brown mad. Like, who knows what they gonna trot out on Sunday. But if we get the 3 seed, if it's between the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Niners, I'm so sick of playing the Rams, bro. I feel like we play the Rams 100,000 times, bro. Like, I'm just sick of the Rams playing the Rams specifically. The Rams, I feel like, would be the best matchup for us. A team we're so familiar with. Obviously, they're familiar with us, but I mean, we've gotten the best of the Rams. The Seahawks, the Niners ain't got no defense. But now Fred talking about, I want to come back.
That dude's something different, boy. If he comes back, he's something different, boy.
Right.
God,
I don't know, bro. I don't want to play nobody, bro. The only team I want to play is the Packers. I don't want to play nobody, bro. I'm not comfortable against nobody, bro. Nobody.
Yeah, especially not the Rams. First round Rams, that's gonna be a dog fight.
Any team is gonna be a dog fight, bro.
Yeah. I think we can bust. I think we can beat anybody handily except the Rams, if you ask me.
Yeah,
if we bring our A game on both sides of the ball.
He been resting for like 5 weeks. Devontae Adams been just resting up.
He'll be ready.
I feel well, you know what? Sam Darnold is probably who I want to play. Because out of the 3 quarterbacks, Sam is the weakest. Like, Sam ain't putting together no game-winning drive.
Right.
So honestly, if it come down to that, I guess the Seahawks.
Yeah, they got that big home field advantage, but Sam Darnold's the quarterback you want to play in that situation.
Well, they would end up. So the Packers,
they would come to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they don't get the 1 seed.
Right. There you go.
No,
they would come to y'all because y'all would have 2 or 3.
But it's less. I think the most likely is the Rams because the Seahawks and the Niners play each other.
Yeah.
Yep. One of them is going to win the division. One of them is probably going to be the 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like the Rams, bro.
Y'all good luck with that.
People want us to play the Rams. They want us out of there.
I want you out of there wherever you play. But realistically, y'all could beat any team. Symone, you hit it right on the head. Yeah. It depends on what team shows up for y'all. You know
and I'm like, I need to get in that locker room and talk to them because it'd be like, what's up, bro? Did y'all not read no motivational speeches before the game? It just be like, they just come out there like so offense. Come out there so like lackadaisical, like they just woke up on the football field. Like, did y'all not know this whole week you had a game on Sunday? Like, what?
Right.
Like, they don't even be like jumping up and down. You know how they be like jumping up and down, fired up? Like, they just be
right.
Like, dude,
let me get one more. One more
like
for you.
First down sellies. Like, it don't even be no celebration. They'll be fired up, nothing. Like, they just get the first down, and AJ just be like, Devontae don't even do nothing. He just run back.
Right.
Like, are y'all like, what's going on?
Right. Let me get one more question. I know my man got to go real quick. I appreciate you, Symone. I'm going to throw this one at you to piss him off. Is Jaden Daniels injury prone?
Yes, bro.
Jaden Daniels.
Wasn't he injury prone at college?
No, he wasn't. Actually, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Well, at this point, he is, bro.
No, he's never been on IR. But go ahead. I'm going to let you finish the question. He asked you. I'm sorry.
The dude be injured. He Well, he should have never came back, in my opinion. This season, he should have never came back. Like, what was the point of bringing him back out there? Y'all was packed up at that point. Like, what was the point?
I mean, oh boy.
I feel like he's so tiny though. Like, how could you not be?
He is small.
Ain't no different size than Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar is what? Injury prone. So
it's also a three-time Super Bowl, three-time MVP. So
the question wasn't could he be an MVP? The question was is he injury prone?
The question was annoying me. I love my cousin, so that's why he said it. You know.
Lamar stay on ice, bro. Lamar stay on ice. And Jaden looking like he on the same track.
Hey, if he gets the 3 MVPs and can get us to a Super Bowl too, I'll take the injuries all day. But look, Symone, listen, honestly, real talk, it's been a pleasure to meet you. You know what I mean? I know you're on the opposite side of the football field, but I got nothing but respect for what you do. Keep doing the great work. Keep grinding. Keep growing. And I'd love to see you again on this platform. More than welcome. Definitely appreciate you.
It. Thanks, y'all, for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
Y'all take care.
All right.
Peace.
All right,
because I'm going to get this right over to you.
All right, cool. All right, peace.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take Jay and I'll run this over to you.
All right. I'm cool.
All right, bro.